What app are you currently using on your phone to edit your photos? Is it an app you enjoy to use, or is it one that you're recommended and haven't really branched out to try anything else? Because there are so many options out there. There's a great app, there are okay apps, there are, your apps, and then there are your no. Hello everyone, my name is Leah. I am a food photographer and marketer that works with small businesses. And today what I'm going to be doing is reviewing an app that I accidentally found while scrolling through the App Store. And that app is called Foodie. Now, while I was in the App Store scrolling away looking for a different app, Apple actually ended up recommending this app, Foodie, as a good photo editing tool to have. And I was like, I don't know, I've never heard of you before. And I already have an app that I tend to use the most. But I saw that it was free and I thought, why not? It's, geared towards food photographers, and that's exactly what I am. So I tested it out. Now, if you are not an Apple user and you do use Android of any kind, don't worry, if you end up watching this video and liking the app itself, it is available on Google Play. It is also free there as well. So let's actually get into the app itself. I'm going to switch to a different view and I'm going to show you how to use the app. When you first open the app itself, it opens as a camera taking app. You can see a yellow bar right now, and that's because I'm holding it at the proper angle for a top view flat lay image. But if I angle it at a different, direction, that yellow goes away and you can make adjustments for it. So this first one that I'm showing you is that you can go in and make face adjustments if you were, say, for example, using it as a selfie camera. But as a food photographer, that's not really my main focus. Now, this area that I am showing you now is how you can go in and already have a pre-selected filter for you to take a photo. You can also, at this stage, select if you're going to photograph in a square or a rectangle. Okay. So what's great here is also you can switch over to video mode. And in video mode, you can select filters as well. So again, if you have your favorite filter that you've been using with this app, you can just make sure that it's turned on and away you go. But that's not exactly how I use this app. I like to go in, select an image that I've already taken, and edit from there. So right now you can see on the little bar here, it has recommended filters, and it's because these are the filters that I've been gravitating towards using the most, I've noticed, in editing my photos. And then as you scroll along, you can see there are so many options for filters, and they all have different names like fresh or sweet or barbecue or anything like that. But in each area, there are multiple options for variations that are already pre-selected. When I first started using this app, I was just amazed at how many options there really were. I mean, seriously, there are not a lot of apps out there that are giving you so many filters. There are a total of 75 filter options for you to use within the Foodie app. This image right here, I would never actually normally use an app on my phone to edit it. Because it is a client-based image, I have already preset settings that I use within Adobe to make sure that all my colors come out perfect based on the brand and the items that I photograph. But for today's sake, I wanted to use it to show you how these type of colors show in an app like this. Now, first, I'm going to show you, I selected a filter, and now what's great about it is that you can, within this app, select just how strong that filter is that you want to do. Now, let's actually go in and do some tweaking. So right here is the brightness tab. I can make my image really bright, or I can darken it. And then you have contrast. You can, which is brightness and contrast. They are two main features that you'll always find in camera editing apps. And then here you have a saturation. So you can either really boost those colors or mute them down. Next, we have dust. So this is a editing feature that I will never use, but you can add fake dust to your image. And the next one in the lineup is color. So where are you going to put it? In your shadows or your highlights? Those are your two options here for color filtering. For the sake of this video, I added purple in my shadows, and for the highlights, I made them red because the cookies are red. Why not, you know? Why not? Okay, so let's move along to the next option, which is adding in grain. So if you are going for that vintage look for your images, or it's your style, then you could add on a fake grain filter to your image. Next, you have highlights. So you can boost or darken your highlights just in case you may have overexposed a certain area. Same goes for your shadows. If it's too dark or it's too bright, you can tweak that as well in here. Next is the sharpening tool. I would not recommend using it because sharpening actually makes images look fake. But, you know, you have that option. Right now, I'm selecting whether or not I want to bring warmth to the image or if I want to cool it down. And then from there, the next option you have is fade. So am I going to make the photo look like it's like, you know, like an old Polaroid where it's been sitting out for a while, or am I going to keep it regular? The next option from there is vignette, which for the sake of editing this video, I put the vignette on there, but vignetting, guys, no. And the next one here is blur. So this feature allows you to have circular blur or blur at the top or the bottom, but honestly, it looks like you're just adding white, I don't know, whiteness to it. So this is a feature I do not like. And then what's great about this is if you like your settings, you can hit save and it'll be in your recipes for later. So you can use it again on another image. Now that we've seen all the features that this app has to offer, I'm going to show you two different types of images and how you can go about using this app to edit them. So this first one right here that you're going to be watching me edit is one of those images that came out pretty much already perfect. All it needs are some minor tweaks because one, I photographed it with a really bright light. Two, the background is already white, so that brightness just kind of flows within the image. And then the colors as well in the image when taking it was cohesive. So what I'm going to do with this app today is just really boost the brightness and the warmth of the image and add some slight coolness to it because I have that blue cloth in it and the marble backdrop. So the vibe I'm going for in this image is kind of like a bright summer's day where you're by the beach or you're going out and it's really just warmth and comfort food and delicious. Because the filter I chose really boosted the warmth of the apples and the oranges in this image, I did take my saturation and take it down a slight bit, only because I didn't want it to be like this atomic color, you know, like vibrant, bam, right in your face. I wanted, you know, more natural. And then I did add in the grain, and I really like how it looks with this image because it kind of goes with that whole vibe of the photo itself. And I did try to do the vignette, but really, vignetting, no. I mean, no. For this last image, I want to show you a darker image and editing that in case you have that style or you ever want to play around with having deeper, moodier images. The app itself does come with presets within there, so filters that appear based on the images, like the little icon images that would go great with a deeper, darker backdrop for a photo. So that's what I'm doing right now is I'm just testing them out, seeing what kind of images you get, what tones they give you, because you never know. You might actually find the perfect one already set up and in there. You might not even need to tweak one based on your tastes and style.
All right, so I've picked a filter. Now let's go in and actually play around with it and see just what this app can do. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to recover the shadows of the image. How bright can I make it, and do you lose detail? So from what I can tell, no. This app actually does recover the shadows quite well when you are using an image that wasn't taken on a phone. So I'm not sure 100% if it'll work on phone photos, but this works really well. I like it.
Okay, so now that we have looked at how to use the app and all the features within it, let's go over some pros and cons. Now, I want to start with the cons because it's always nice to end with a positive note, in my opinion. And my con, and I honestly only have one con, is that there is no way to crop my photos. Okay, so here's the deal. When you take a photo, sometimes you can't get the perfect framing that you want. And you have to maybe get too much, or you get it at a slight angle, but you need to fix it once editing it. And that's the only downside with this app, is that I have no way of doing that. I have to edit my photo here in Foodie, and then I go to another app on my phone and I crop it there and then save it and potentially post it or send it to a client or do something like that. So that's my only con. Now, back in 2017, there are a couple of reviews that people did post about the Foodie app, and it was its first version, and they had different cons. So I can't speak to that version. It's 2020 and I'm using a newer updated version here. So things have been tweaked and fixed. Now, I do want to touch on one thing that was pointed out as a con, and that was the name of the filters. Guys, it's an app on your phone. Filter names shouldn't be a reason not to like an app. It is what it is. Every app has different names for their filters. This one just has, cutesy names versus film names, so whatever. Now, let's actually get to the good stuff, what I really, really like about this app itself. And what I really like about this app is the fact that it is free. So what's great about it being free is the fact that you have a lot of options for something that you didn't have to pay for. There are, as I said, many apps out there for you to do photo editing, but there aren't a lot that give you as many filter options for so little. So, for example, I tested out an app once before, and it only gave me like 5 free filters. And if I wanted to get any more, I had to pay a monthly subscription for it. And I was not about to do that. So, where with this one, you get their full range of filters and you don't have to worry about buying anything. My next pro is the fact that you can use this for video. Okay, so here's the thing about photo editing apps. Not a lot of them that allow you to edit still images will allow you to edit video as well. So with Foodie, you can do both in one. And I really like that because in that way you can use the same filters, the same settings, and have everything be cohesive. And continuity is key when it comes to branding. So I really like that. Another pro that I have is not a pro that I technically use myself, but it is one that I feel clients and other people might find handy. And that is that you can turn on the app, take a photo with it, and as you're taking the photo, already have your filter picked out and just take the shot like that. So I understand that not everybody will just use the normal camera app on your phone to take a photo and then go in and edit things down the road. You might want to just quickly take a shot or quickly record a video for stories. And you don't want to have to worry about pressing so many buttons. Where with this app, what's great about it is the fact that you can open it, take a photo, swipe to video, select your filter, and then just start doing what you were going to do. So that is a pro in my book. So in conclusion, is this an app I'm going to continue to use now that I've done reviewing it? And is it something that I would recommend to clients? Like, do I recommend it to you guys who might be new to food photography or new to food blogging and posting all your stuff on social media? The answer to that is yes, and I already have. Okay, so I like this app. It's something easy and quick to use. I like the color tones that I can get out of it because there are so many options for whatever lighting environment you might need to be in. And I also have already recommended it to a client as an option, like an alternative option to what they were already currently using for recording their stories. So yes, I definitely think this app is a useful tool to have on your phone. Is it going to be my be-all and end-all app? No. I am going to continue to use my camera. I'm going to continue to use my pro quality editing tools like Lightroom and Photoshop and things like that for work. But it is definitely a good app, an app I plan on using as well. That also, like, I just want to touch on the fact that I use Lightroom and, Adobe products, is the fact that I don't approach this app thinking it needs to be just like Adobe. I don't view it as needing to have curves and all these settings and go in. I recognize it for what it is. It's a fun app to have for those of us who are in the food industry or for those of us who just love food and just want to share that passion. So yeah, it's a good app, honestly. Personally, seriously, I like this app. It's a great option to have on your phone. Okay, so now that all that's done and over with, I do want to say thank you so much for watching this video. It is my first one I've ever posted to this channel, and to be honest, it's a little awkward talking to a phone because that's what I'm recording this on, is my phone. And yeah, I'm not used to really being in front of the camera, so thank you so much for watching this. Hopefully I'm not super awkward, but honestly, I kind of am an awkward person, so that's okay. Now, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I am a food photographer and marketer. So what I am going to be posting to this channel is food photography tips and tricks, as well as, how to use Instagram and social media and marketing tools and marketing tips. So if you are interested in that kind of topic, hit that subscribe button. I know I'm a brand new channel, but definitely hit it up. New videos will be coming to you every other week, and I really am looking forward to helping you guys on your journey with creating content and getting more followers and growing your businesses. All right, guys. I'm going to sign off, but before I go, hit that like button, hit that thumbs up this video if you enjoyed it. If you do have any comments or questions, leave them in the comment section below. I promise to get back to you as soon as possible. Bye.